we don't understand why all these things happen, but we know God's in control, and we're going to pray for that little 5-year-old boy and pray for the lady that was deceased, her family and all, and the other gentleman. But I don't know, it's just kind of in a fog, but, just believe that, we're going to stay strong. We're going to continue to move forward. And
how's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about a shooting that took place in Houston, Texas at 2 p.m. on Sunday, right before the big game at Lakewood Church, which of course is the church home of Pastor Joel Osteen, who you saw at the very beginning of this video. Now, only one person was shot and lost their life, the shooter, 36-year-old Janice Moreno. There was also a 7-year-old boy who was shot and critically injured. He's currently fighting for his life. We pray that he makes it. Also, a man in his 50s was hit and injured in his leg, and he's stable condition. Now, there's a lot we got to get into. We got to get into this person's identity, Janice Moreno. We got to get into how this person was stopped and who stopped her. And we're going to see some video from outside of Miss Moreno's home. But first things first, the identity, Janice Moreno. What's going on? What do we know about her? Now, let's put it on the screen because there's some things that are kind of floating around that may or may not be true. First of all, Janice Moreno is this person's birth name, but she had aliases, including Jeffrey Escalante. Now, when you hear a female who is clearly Hispanic, although it says non-Hispanic right here, when you hear a female with a male name, you would think maybe this is a transgender. Now, I cannot confirm that. By the time you see this video, maybe they're going to confirm it. But as of right now, from what I read and what I watched, it's not been confirmed. We just have an alias, a male named alias. All right. That's one thing. But beyond that, there is also the mental health portion. You see, this person could be LGBT, they could be trans, and that fits a pattern of recent shootings in places like a church. But there's also the mental health part. This person had been admitted under some kind of hold back in 2016 for mental health. So this person was apparently known to the police to have mental health problems. Also, during the shooting, because she shot rounds in the actual church, I'm not quite sure if she hit anybody aside from the two I mentioned. She shot rounds in the church, and she had an AR-15 long rifle as well as a .22 rifle in her bag. The rifle in the bag was not used, but she did use the AR to shoot. On the stock of the rifle was a sticker that said Palestine. Now, some have said that it said Free Palestine, but the police did not say that. They said it just said Palestine. Now, I don't know if it was a Palestinian flag or just a word Palestine. I have no idea. But the police said there was a sticker on the weapon that said Palestine. But they did find some quote unquote anti-Semitic writings. And this could have been linked to her ex-husband who had Jewish family members. So this could be part of it. Some kind of, bitterness toward the husband, mental health, a little bit of everything going on. Maybe the transgender ideology creeping in. I don't know. But what I do know is that they did find some anti-Semitic writings. They did see the word Palestine on the sticker on the weapon. And she was in the church and got stopped by 2 off-duty officers. Now, before I go any further, let's get into a news clip of an officer talking about who stopped her and how, and a little bit more information. Then we're going to look at video from outside of her home. I'm not quite sure if it's in Houston or the surrounding area, but we're going to see that in a minute. And without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
8 p.m., a female, approximately 30, 35 years old, entered the property on the west side here in the parking lot of Lakewood Church. She entered the building. She was armed with a long rifle and a trench coat with a backpack, accompanied by a small child, approximately 4 to 5 years old.
Now, I don't know if the child that she came with was a child that was hit and critically injured. I don't have that information. I've been trying to find it, but I don't know. If you guys know about that, y'all let me know in the comments below.
Once she entered, at some point she began to fire. I want to compliment the off-duty officers who were working extra employment here. One TABC agent, 4 years of service, 38 years old. An HPD off-duty officer, 28 years old, 2 years of service.
Shout out to the officers for doing their job. Shout out to the good guys with a gun. Shout out to security. This was handled very well because it could have been a lot worse. You know, this could have been a massacre. This was 2 p.m., I think, Central Time, right before the Spanish language service at Lakewood Church. And as a matter of fact, the gunshots were captured on live stream as somebody was speaking Spanish and recording themselves live, I believe, in some kind of foyer common area, not inside of an actual church with chairs and the stage, but kind of outside, but inside the facility, if that makes any sense. Okay, there were gunshots captured right there on live, so it could have been a lot worse than what it was. But again, good guys with a gun rescued the day.
Both officers, the officer and agent, engaged, striking the female. She's deceased here on the scene. Unfortunately, a 5-year-old kid was hit and is in critical condition at our local hospital.
Now, again, they said that it was a 5-year-old, and I think also Joel Osteen said that, but the child is 7 years old. That has been updated since this was recorded.
That was a 57-year-old man who didn't have anything to do with it, I don't think, was shot in the leg. He's seeking treatment in the hospital. So let's all pray for each and every one of them.
That's right. Now, that's pretty much that. I'll leave, of course, this video in the box. And if you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. And let's get to another one here. This is going to be video from outside of the home of the shooter or of the shooter's family's home. Let's check it out.
Yeah, Victor, we just got the search warrant for the shooter's home within the last 30 minutes. Now, Houston police say the Lakewood Church shooter did stay at this home, lived here off of Gulfstream Drive.
Now, let's pause for a minute. What's this right here on the flagpole? What is that? Like, if I was a betting man, I think it's a flag, number one, but I'm seeing green, white, red, black. What is that? Palestinian flag? What's the deal? What's really happening there? Now, again, this is Janice Moreno, a.k.a. Jeffrey Escalante. Not a Muslim or Arabic or nothing like that. Obviously, clearly Hispanic. I think from El Salvador originally, from what I read on the mugshot information. So what's up with the Palestinian flag?
A car actually just pulled up here live, as you can see. After this report, we'll see what
Okay, I'm looking at this person coming out of the vehicle.
we can find out. A woman
I can't really tell who that person is. They were just made a beeline straight for the door.
walking in the house now. Now, it states the search warrant authorities had reason to believe guns, ammunition, and explosive materials were in the house after the shooter made threats of having a bomb at the church. We're going through that search warrant right now. 3 independent sources confirmed to KHU 11 the 36-year-old Genesee Moreno, also known as Jeffrey Escaliente, in the past walked inside Lakewood Church on Sunday with a long rifle and started shooting. Federal agents were spotted in this Conroe neighborhood last night searching the house where the shooter stayed. Our cameras were rolling when Moreno's car was towed outside the home just within the last couple of hours. HPD says Moreno was shot and killed by 2 off-duty officers yesterday, and a child as young as 5 with her was shot in the crossfire along with a man. Back at the scene of the home, one neighbor describes how long this street was blocked off by law enforcement agencies.
I think it was for about 2 hours before I finally was able to come home, which was really scary because my wife was here with our kiddo, but no one was telling me what was going on. Why are there all these police officers here?
That's pretty rough. Now, of course, that will be in the box as well, but that's what we know so far. as this whole thing has been unfolding, there's been new information coming out. That's kind of why I wanted to wait. I could have done this video at my 1 o'clock time today, but I was like, no, let me just pause, pump the brakes, wait a little bit to see what else comes out. And right before I recorded this is about 3:30 p.m. on the East on Monday, February 12th, 2024. Right before I recorded this video, I was watching a live press conference from the police out there in Houston, and they were talking about new updates as far as the child not being 5 years old, but being 7 years old, talking about the Palestine sticker and a few more things. So after this video comes out and you watch it, there could be more information. But here's a quick rundown as I close, a quick recap. You have 36-year-old Janice Moreno, who's also known as Jeffrey Escalante. I don't know if she identifies as transgender, but this is a biological woman, a biological XX, and she went into the church Sunday, 2 p.m., long rifle, 2 long rifles, but only one got used, the AR, had a Palestine sticker on it. She gets deleted by 2 off-duty officers. 7-year-old gets hit, critical condition. 50-year-old-ish man gets hit in the leg. He's stable. And that's pretty much what we know. And of course, one of the biggest things, as I close for real, was the fact that she was known to authorities because she had mental health issues and was put on some kind of detention order for her mental health back in 2016. We know that much as of right now. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on what happened here? Do you think this person is transgender? Is it part of a pattern? The mental health, like, what do you think about what's going on? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I'm glad that we had off-duty officers in the church to prevent this from being worse than what it was. I mean, having a man and a little boy get shot, that's bad enough. But you're inside of a populated place with a lot of people. It could have been much worse. So shout out to them for being able to step into action right away. Good guys with guns save the day. You have people that are crazy, that want to hurt other people. They're going to always exist. It's best to have good people on your side to prevent those kind of individuals from making life miserable for all of us. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.